In the hustle and bustle of modern life, it is easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But amidst the chaos, there exists a beacon of timeless wisdom, the teachings of Buddha. Join us as we embark on a journey to uncover 15 profound life lessons that can guide us towards success, peace, and fulfillment. 1. Understanding mindfulness. In Buddhism, mindfulness is more than just a practice. It serves as the foundation of spiritual development and enlightenment. It involves focusing on the present moment with an open mind, curiosity, and without judgment. Mindfulness encourages us to develop a profound awareness of our thoughts, emotions, bodily sensations, and surroundings. By observing these occurrences without getting too attached or repelled, we gain a deeper understanding of the world around us and our own thoughts and emotions. Mindfulness is often likened to a torch shining light in the darkness. Similarly, it illuminates the darker corners of our minds, exposing our usual behaviors, prejudices, and automatic responses. By being aware, we are empowered to decide how we react to the difficulties of life with wisdom and compassion. A core practice of mindfulness involves focusing on your breath. Focusing on our breath, its rhythm, texture, and sensation, helps us stay grounded in the present moment. This practice is straightforward yet impactful, aiding in calming the mind, improving focus, and strengthening our connection with ourselves and the world. Mindfulness goes beyond just formal meditation sessions. It's all about incorporating mindfulness and focus into every part of our daily routines. Whether you're washing dishes, taking a walk in nature, or engaging in a conversation, it's important to bring mindfulness to your experience. This allows you to appreciate and be open to each moment with gratitude. By engaging in mindfulness practice, we slowly uncover the layers of conditioning and egoic identification that hide our true essence. We understand that beneath the mind's fluctuations, there is a vast awareness filled with peace, joy, and unconditional love. Basically, mindfulness goes beyond personal growth and leads to liberation. It's a journey of discovering the wisdom and compassion within ourselves. By practicing mindfulness, we can gain a deeper insight into ourselves and create a sense of unity with others and the world. 2. Learn compassion. Be compassionate and understanding towards all living creatures. Having compassion helps us gain a deeper insight into ourselves and those around us. Developing compassionate feelings towards oneself and others through cultivating compassion can be a truly transformative practice. Start by showing compassion to yourself. Be kind to yourself as you would be to a friend going through tough times. Recognize your pain and flaws without being critical of yourself. Avoid being overly critical of others or yourself. Understand that each person faces their own set of challenges and situations. Develop a mindset that is free from judgment towards others and their behaviors. Enhance your understanding of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Mindfulness enables you to identify times when showing compassion to yourself and others is important. Try to empathize with others to grasp their emotions, encounters, and viewpoints. Be fully present and engaged when others talk about their successes or challenges. Release any lingering resentment and choose to forgive those who have caused you pain. Forgiveness is not about accepting harmful behavior, but it releases you from the weight of anger and resentment. When engaging with others, make sure to be completely focused and attentive. How they act and their mindset can impact your compassionate side. Look into stories that showcase acts of compassion and kindness. Appreciate the deep connection between all living creatures. Realizing that we are all members of the same human family encourages us to show compassion for the challenges and happiness of others. Cultivate an appreciation for the kindness and compassion you are shown by others and the chances to demonstrate compassion in return. Practice patience with others, acknowledging that everyone is on their own path of development and education. It's important not to make assumptions or rush to judgment about their intentions. It's normal to experience challenges and uncertainty, but by staying committed and receptive, you can cultivate a profound sense of empathy for yourself and others. 3. Letting go of attachments. Being aware that our attachment to people, things, and results is a big reason why we're unhappy and dissatisfied. The greater our understanding, the more elusive it becomes. When we hold on to things like material possessions, relationships, or expectations, it can lead to feelings of emptiness and worry. We find ourselves stuck in a pattern of desiring and resisting, chasing happiness while dodging suffering, yet never discovering true satisfaction. Buddhism encourages us to let go of attachments and accept impermanence, recognizing that everything is temporary and can change. Recognizing the impermanence of life helps us develop a mindset of detachment, enabling us to handle life's challenges with composure and elegance. Releasing attachments doesn't equate to giving up on the world or becoming apathetic towards life. It's more about fostering a positive connection with the world based on knowledge and empathy. We come to value the beauty and abundance of life without being controlled by it. We fully immerse ourselves in our experiences while also acknowledging their impermanence and the fact that they are ultimately beyond our control. Mindfulness is a crucial practice for releasing attachments. When we observe our thoughts, emotions, and desires without judgment and with awareness, we create distance between ourselves and our experiences. Our attachments stem from a basic misconception, believing that happiness is found in external situations rather than within ourselves. By embracing the act of releasing, we uncover a deep feeling of liberation and tranquility. We let go of expectations and accept life as it is, with all its imperfections and uncertainties. We take pleasure in the current moment, free from dwelling on the past or fretting about the future. In the end, releasing attachments is a continuous process rather than a single occurrence. It involves a slow revelation of understanding and freedom. It leads to genuine happiness, which comes from within rather than external possessions or accomplishments. By embracing the act of releasing, we unlock a world of love, joy, and enlightenment. 4. Understand the law of cause and effect. Our actions have repercussions, both in the present and in the future. Make decisions with thoughtfulness and positive motives. Grasping the law of cause and effect, also referred to as karma, is crucial for gaining insights into the interconnected nature of life and the outcomes of our actions. Reflect on your life choices. Reflect on the impact of your decisions on both your own journey and the people in your circle. Start by exploring the law of cause and effect in various philosophical and spiritual traditions. Discover how various cultures and belief systems interpret this principle. Reflect on the recurring themes in your own life and in the lives of those around you. Observe how particular actions often result in specific consequences, whether good or bad. Recognize that all elements in the universe are interconnected. Each small action you make creates a ripple that impacts the world around you. Take ownership of your actions and the outcomes they bring. Grasping the law of cause and effect enables you to make informed decisions. Developing mindfulness can help you better understand the motivations driving your actions. Be mindful of the reasons behind your actions and how they can affect those around you. According to certain belief systems, the law of cause and effect can have implications that span multiple lifetimes. Consider the concept of past and future lives, where choices made in one life can impact future existences. When facing challenges or negative results, view them as chances for personal development and education. Examine the reasons behind the outcomes and utilize the knowledge to make more informed choices moving forward. Encourage empathy and compassion towards others, acknowledging that their actions are shaped by their perception of cause and effect. If you're interested in delving into the law of cause and effect within a particular religious or philosophical framework, it might be helpful to reach out to teachers, mentors, or experts within that tradition. By delving into the law of cause and effect, you can enhance your awareness of your actions, develop more wisdom, and live a more purposeful and satisfying life. 5. Embrace impermanence. In Buddhism, the concept of accepting impermanence is a deep teaching that prompts us to acknowledge and embrace the temporary nature of all things. It's the realization that nothing in the universe, including ourselves, stays the same or unchanging. All aspects of life, including our experiences, relationships, and bodies, are bound to undergo change and ultimately come to an end. Accepting impermanence doesn't equate to accepting a life filled with instability or uncertainty. It's an invitation to develop a greater appreciation for the transient beauty of life. Recognizing the transient quality of life allows us to release our fixation on results, liberating us from the hold of fear, anxiety, and suffering. Embracing impermanence involves practicing mindfulness. Being fully present in each moment helps us become more aware of the constantly changing nature of reality. We learn to appreciate the beauty of life's brief moments without holding on to them and to face difficulties with calmness and strength. Recognizing impermanence can also cultivate feelings of appreciation and modesty. Realizing that everything we possess is fleeting, we learn to value every experience, connection, and chance as valuable blessings. Understanding the inevitability of change makes us more compassionate and empathetic towards others. Relationships, whether they be romantic, friendship, or familial, are always evolving. As individuals develop, relationships may change or come to an end. Appreciate the present moments and value the experiences you have with others to embrace impermanence. Understand that change is a normal aspect of life and does not lessen the importance of previous relationships. Our physical and mental well-being can fluctuate. Embrace impermanence by focusing on self-care in the present moment, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and acknowledging that health changes are a natural aspect of life. Embrace moments of wellness and cultivate strength in the face of adversity. In the end, accepting impermanence brings freedom rather than sadness. It liberates us from the idea of things being permanent and allows us to embrace the diversity and energy of life in its various forms. Embracing impermanence allows us to discover peace, joy, and meaning in the midst of life's constantly shifting terrain. 6. Self-reflection. Engaging in self-reflection is crucial for developing self-awareness, gaining wisdom, and experiencing inner growth. It requires us to look within ourselves and honestly evaluate our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Self-reflection involves looking deep within ourselves, revealing our true selves without any facades or self-deception. By reflecting on ourselves, we can understand the root causes of our suffering and the recurring patterns that prevent us from finding contentment. Buddhism teaches the concept of anatta, or not self, indicating that our sense of self is constantly evolving. When we observe our thoughts and emotions without getting attached or identifying with them, we can understand that the self is a construct shaped by conditioning and habits, rather than a fixed entity. Self-reflection involves developing a compassionate and non-reactive awareness of our inner landscape rather than focusing on self-criticism or judgment. It's important to recognize both our strengths and weaknesses, along with our fears and aspirations, with a sense of compassion and empathy. By engaging in self-reflection, we enhance our self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Through the process of cultivating virtues such as patience, kindness, and resilience, we learn to realize the underlying causes of our suffering, which include craving, aversion, and ignorance. Reflecting on ourselves helps us take ownership of our thoughts, words, and actions. We take responsibility for our lives and give ourselves the ability to make positive changes rather than blaming our issues on external circumstances or on other people. In the end, self-reflection is a process of exploring oneself, a way to be more genuine, liberated, and satisfied. When we look within ourselves and explore our deepest thoughts and emotions, we discover the valuable wisdom and kindness that we possess, ready to be nurtured and spread to others. 7. Choose the middle path. Refrain from thinking and acting in extremes. Seek equilibrium and restraint in order to discover a wise course. Achieving balance in many facets of life and staying away from extremes is part of choosing the middle route or the middle way. Although prevalent in Buddhism, this idea is applicable to many facets of life. Consider your natural tendencies and instincts for a while. Recognizing your habits can enable you to identify situations in which taking the middle route is necessary. Develop mindfulness to become conscious of the extremes you might gravitate toward in certain circumstances. Being aware of your surroundings enables you to recognize when you are straying from the middle ground. Give yourself to intricacy and subtlety rather than taking things at face value. Situations frequently have more than one perspective, and life is rarely just good or terrible. Acknowledge when your desires are driving you too far. Determine whether your aspirations are reasonable and well-rounded, whether they have to do with relationships, money, or personal objectives. Discover satisfaction in your possessions and identity. Steer clear of excessive materialism and the never-ending quest for advancement. Know when your ambitions are driving you too far. Determine whether your aspirations are reasonable and well-rounded, whether they have to do with relationships, money, or personal objectives. Take care not to overindulge in food, drink, or other diversions, since these can cause imbalance and unfavorable effects. Release your attachments to results and anticipations. You become more flexible and open to more options when you let go of the urge for things to be a specific way. When pursuing balance, practice compassion for both yourself and other people. If you stray from the middle path, don't be hard on yourself and show others compassion for their journeys. Consult mentors, counselors, or spiritual instructors for help if you're having trouble striking a balance in some aspects of your life. They can provide valuable perspectives and wisdom. Finding balance in all facets of life necessitates self-awareness, mindfulness, and a persistent practice like choosing the middle way. By doing this, one can develop more insight, contentment, and serenity. 8. Free yourself from anger and hatred. To cultivate inner peace, harmony, and compassion, one must practice letting go of rage and hatred. It's realizing that clinging to bad feelings simply makes things worse for both us and other people. Buddhism's teachings encourage us to investigate the origins of our wrath and hatred with compassion and mindfulness. We understand that although these feelings are normal and reasonable, they eventually hurt us and everyone around us. We are unable to truly experience peace and happiness when we hold on to anger and hatred, which keeps us stuck in a cycle of reaction and conflict. It's not necessary to repress or reject feelings like wrath and hatred in order to release them. Instead, it's necessary to honestly acknowledge them before letting them go. It's about learning to be forgiving, compassionate, and empathic toward others, as well as oneself despite hardship. Hatred and anger consume our inner serenity and impair our discernment, much like scorching embers. Whether it's a perceived affront from someone else or an injustice we've experienced, they originate from a place of aversion and resistance to the status quo. Loving-kindness meditation is one of the most important techniques for letting go of resentment and hostility. We can soften the rough edges of our hearts and develop an open and accepting attitude by purposefully thinking thoughts of kindness and compassion towards ourselves and others. A further technique is being aware of our emotions, such as rage and hatred, and not allowing them to consume us. Instead of acting rashly out of rage or resentment, we learn to react to challenging circumstances with wisdom and composure. In addition to letting go of wrath and hatred, one must work on developing the virtues that counteract these negative feelings, such as tolerance, forgiveness, and patience. We understand that clinging to grudges only serves to hurt us, while letting go results in inner peace and liberation. Letting go of bitterness and rage is a profound act of self-compassion and self-care. We can welcome love, joy, and a connection with all living things into our hearts when we break free from the bonds of negative emotions. By doing this, we change not just ourselves, but also the world, making it kinder and more peaceful. 9. Getting the right livelihood. In Buddhism, right livelihood refers to a route that leads to spiritual development, social harmony, and personal fulfillment rather than just a way of making a living. It includes the moral precepts and ideals that direct our decisions and behaviors in the context of our jobs and careers. Fundamentally, the right livelihood stresses the interdependence of all creatures and the value of developing empathy and non-harming behavior in our professional lives. It pushes us to think about how our job affects other people, the environment, and society at large. Selecting a career that adheres to the values of moral behavior and non-violence is one facet of the right livelihood. This entails avoiding jobs that involve the death, maiming, or exploitation of living things, such as butchering, the trafficking of weapons, or the manufacture of dangerous goods. Furthermore, right livelihood exhorts us to develop honesty and mindfulness in every facet of our work. This is treating others with decency and respect, being truthful and open in our interactions, and aiming for excellence in the work we do. Right livelihood not only advises us to stay away from dangerous careers, but also to actively pursue employment that advances the pleasure and well-being of others. This could apply to careers in social justice, healthcare, education, or environmental conservation. Additionally, the right livelihood goes beyond personal choices to include more significant structural adjustments. It asks for developing economic structures and work environments that are fair, long-lasting, and supportive of human happiness. This could entail promoting social responsibility, fair labour practices, and environmental protection both inside businesses and in society at large. Right livelihood is a route of selflessness and moral behaviour that respects the interdependence of all life. We may promote our own spiritual development and the well-being of the entire world by making a living that is consistent with our values and goals. 10. Live in the present. Living in the present moment is essential to mindfulness practice and the development of inner peace and pleasure in Buddhism. It is the knowledge that there is only one moment that genuinely exists, and that by living in the present moment to the fullest, we can experience life with more clarity, joy, and fulfillment. Letting go of regrets for the past and anxieties for the future in favour of appreciating the richness of the now is a necessary part of living in the present. It's about bringing an open mind, curiosity, and appreciation to whatever we do, be it eating a meal, conversing with someone, or taking a stroll in the outdoors. Life unfolds in the present moment, where we can fully feel our being. We may connect more fully with people, with ourselves, and with the outside environment when we are genuinely present. We grow more appreciative of the small pleasures and blessings in our lives, as well as more aware of the beauty and wonder of life. Calm and inner serenity can also be developed by living in the present. We might seek solace in the quiet and tranquility of the present moment by letting go of the mind's incessant chatter and the diversions of the past and future. When faced with obstacles in life, we grow stronger and more capable of handling them calmly and wisely. Furthermore, being in the present moment releases oneself from the weight of the past and the worries of the future. It involves accepting life as it is, with all of its flaws and uncertainties, and letting go of regrets, grudges, and anxieties. We can also discover true freedom and honesty in the current moment. We may let go of the masks we wear and the roles we perform and connect more fully with our genuine selves when we are totally present. We are better equipped to live honourably and purposefully as we become more in line with our beliefs and goals. The practice of mindfulness, awareness, and conscious living is ultimately what it means to live in the present moment. By practicing being fully present in every moment, we can discover true serenity and happiness in the present moment and experience life with more depth and richness. 11. Cultivate loving kindness. Developing a loving kindness toward oneself is the first step in practicing loving kindness. This entails accepting, forgiving, and being kind to oneself in order to acknowledge our intrinsic worth. We build a foundation of self-love and self-care when we practice self-compassion, which makes it possible for us to genuinely love and assist other people. Buddhism's practice of cultivating loving kindness, called metta in Pali, is a deep teaching that develops the heart's ability to love unconditionally, with compassion and with empathy. It is seen as a crucial step on the route to waking and is one of the Brahma Viharas, or celestial abodes. The desire for all beings to be happy, secure, and pain-free is the core of loving kindness. It entails creating sentiments of kindness, compassion, and generosity toward oneself and other people in spite of our differences or situations. We may be loving kind to others once we've learned to be loving kind to ourselves. This applies to family members, close friends, acquaintances, strangers, and even people that seem challenging to us. We develop feelings of warmth and kindness for all beings through the practice of loving kindness meditation, wishing them pleasure, tranquility, and well-being. In order to practice loving kindness, one must also get past obstacles to compassion, like fear, anger, or resentment. Understanding the frailty and humanity of all creatures helps us to transcend the delusion of separation and develop empathy and a sense of togetherness. Incorporating loving kindness into our daily lives is possible and is not restricted to formal meditation practices. It involves developing an attitude of kindness and openness toward oneself and other people in our words, deeds, and thoughts. A tiny act of kindness goes a long way toward the development of loving kindness, whether it is as simple as grinning at a complete stranger, providing support to a friend in need, or wishing well for all living things. In the end, practicing loving kindness is a journey that transforms, opening the heart to the infinite possibilities of connection, compassion, and love. By tending to the seeds of loving kindness that we carry inside ourselves, we spread a positive energy field that benefits all living things and helps to build a more peaceful and compassionate world. 12. Develop equanimity. Equanimity, also known as upekkha in Pali, is a mental state that allows one to remain calm and balanced in the face of life's ups and downs. It is the capacity to respond to experiences with clarity, knowledge, and compassion while maintaining composure under pressure. Equanimity is a deep sense of inner calm and acceptance rather than apathy or indifference. It entails realizing that both happiness and suffering are transient and ephemeral aspects of life. We can acquire an inner steadiness and resilience that enables us to face life's obstacles with grace and ease by practicing equanimity. Acquiring equanimity involves, among other things, learning to let go of attachment to results and expectations. Rather than getting unduly tied to achievement or terrified of failing, we learn to face whatever comes with an open mind and an open heart. This is addressing objectives and aspirations with a sense of detachment and non-attachment rather than giving up on them. The development of objectivity and non-preferential treatment for all beings is another aspect of equanimity. It's about appreciating each person's intrinsic worth and dignity, irrespective of their upbringing, convictions, or behavior. We can avoid being influenced by biases or preconceptions and grow more empathetic and understanding of others by practicing equanimity. Being able to view life's ups and downs with balance is another facet of equanimity. We learn to see the highs and lows as normal variations in the ebb and flow of life instead of letting them carry us away. This is not about ignoring or repressing our feelings. Rather, it is about paying attention to them, watching them without connection, and letting them come and go without holding on to them. Equanimity development is a path of introspection and inner growth. It's about developing a sense of equilibrium and serenity that enables us to face life's obstacles with discernment, kindness, and grace. In the face of life's constant change, we might discover more freedom and enjoyment by practicing equanimity. 13. Develop inner peace. Finding peace starts from within ourselves. Nurture a sense of peace within through meditation and introspection. Embarking on a journey to cultivate a serene and content state of mind, irrespective of external situations, is truly transformative. Recognize that nothing in life lasts forever. Understanding impermanence allows you to value the temporary aspects of both joys and challenges, leading to less attachment to results. Foster a mindset of forgiveness and release any lingering resentments. Continuing to hold grudges only prolongs negativity and hinders inner peace. Embrace mindfulness by staying completely focused on the present moment. Take note of your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations without passing any judgment. Practicing mindfulness can help you remain grounded and centered. It's important to remember that everything in life is temporary. Understanding impermanence can lead to a greater appreciation of the temporary nature of both joys and challenges, which in turn can help lessen our attachment to specific outcomes. Embrace nature to discover inner tranquility. Spending time in nature can bring a sense of peace and stability to the mind. Engage in activities that bring you happiness and enable you to express your creativity. Creating art through painting, writing, playing music, or doing crafts can bring a sense of peace and healing. Show yourself kindness and compassion. Be kind to yourself as you would to a friend, with compassion and tenderness. Be sure to have a circle of people who uplift and encourage you. Strong and positive relationships enhance our overall sense of peace and well-being. Practice loving-kindness meditation to cultivate feelings of love and goodwill towards yourself and others. This practice helps cultivate a feeling of tranquility and unity. Declining unreasonable requests can help safeguard your mental well-being. Working towards inner peace is a continuous journey, and facing obstacles is a common part of the process. Take your time and be kind to yourself as you embark on the path to finding more peace within. If you're having difficulty finding inner peace, it might be helpful to reach out to a counselor, therapist, or spiritual teacher for support. 14. Seek wise guidance. One of the core principles of Buddhism emphasizes the significance of the spiritual community known as Sangha. The Sangha is made up of individuals dedicated to practicing the Dharma, the teachings of the Buddha, and providing mutual support on the journey to enlightenment. By connecting with knowledgeable and experienced members of the Sangha, we can gain valuable insights, guidance, and support to help us navigate life's challenges and complexities. Looking for valuable advice also means connecting with teachers and mentors who demonstrate the qualities we want to develop in ourselves. These individuals could include spiritual teachers, meditation instructors, or wise elders who have gained valuable wisdom from their own journeys and can provide guidance. By drawing from their wisdom and setting an example, we can find clarity, motivation, and guidance on our spiritual path. Furthermore, looking for wise guidance involves developing the ability to discern and make informed choices when selecting our teachers and mentors. Although there are numerous people who can provide guidance, not all may adhere to the principles of wisdom, compassion, and ethical conduct. It's crucial to thoroughly assess the qualifications, integrity, and intentions of potential teachers and select those who represent the highest ideals of the Dharma. Seeking wise guidance is a humble recognition of our limitations and the understanding that we don't have to navigate the journey by ourselves. Through the guidance of knowledgeable teachers and mentors, we can receive valuable insights, support, and encouragement as we progress towards awakening and freedom from suffering. 15. Practice nonviolence. Avoid causing harm to any living being, including to animals. Choosing nonviolent actions fosters a sense of unity and consideration for others. Embracing nonviolence, also referred to as Mem Sahib, is a core principle in numerous philosophical and spiritual beliefs. It's all about preventing any kind of harm to yourself and those around you, whether it's physical or emotional. Stay mindful of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Mindfulness enables you to identify times when you might react aggressively or violently and helps you respond with more awareness and self-control. Cultivate empathy and compassion for every living being. Empathize with the challenges and life events of others, and always show them kindness and respect. Refrain from using language that is hurtful or abusive towards others. Opt for positive and considerate language when conveying your thoughts and emotions. Avoid consuming violent media like movies, video games, and TV shows. Watching violent material may make you less sensitive to the impact of violence. When conflicts arise, aim to find peaceful and non-violent resolutions. Seek opportunities to find common ground and work together instead of turning to hostility. Be patient and tolerant towards others, especially when they hold different opinions or beliefs. Appreciate the variety and value that diversity adds to our communities. Be patient and tolerant towards others, especially when they hold different opinions or beliefs. Appreciate the value that diversity adds to our society. Champion non-violence and oppose injustice and oppression. Back movements and organizations that advocate for peace and human rights. Deal with and overcome your internal struggles and emotional injuries. Having inner peace enables individuals to practice non-violence towards others better. Engage in acts of kindness and service towards others. Simple acts of kindness can help foster a culture of peace and empathy. Embracing non-violence involves being mindful, dedicated, and doing inner reflection. While it may be challenging at times, every effort made to embrace non-violence helps create a more peaceful and kinder world. 16. Embrace interconnectedness. Understanding the idea of embracing interconnectedness, also known as pratitya samutpada or dependent origination, is a deep teaching that highlights the interconnectedness of all beings and phenomena. Understanding that everything in the universe is interconnected, and our actions can have significant consequences that affect the entire web of existence. Our thoughts, words, and actions can have a profound impact on both ourselves and the world, affecting the well-being and happiness of all beings. Realizing how everything is connected also brings about a feeling of duty toward every living being. We understand that our actions create ripples in the interconnected web of existence, and we are committed to showing kindness, compassion, and generosity to all beings. We are driven to make a positive impact on the well-being of others and the world. Buddhism emphasizes the interconnectedness of helping others and benefiting ourselves. By nurturing compassion and generosity towards all beings, we generate positive karma that benefits both others and ourselves. This concept highlights the strong connection between our own well-being and the well-being of those around us, showing that by assisting others, we are also benefiting ourselves. Furthermore, recognizing the interconnectedness cultivates a feeling of modesty and respect for the interwoven network of life. Recognizing our place as a small part of a vast and interconnected universe can lead us to approach life with awe, wonder, and gratitude. We understand that our connection to all beings and phenomena is profound, and that our happiness is closely linked to the happiness of the entire system. Engaging in mindfulness and compassion practices can enhance our grasp of interconnectedness and foster a feeling of connection and belonging with all living beings. Embracing interconnectedness allows us to move beyond the illusion of separateness and foster unity and harmony with all beings and the world. 17. Accept change. Transformation is an inherent aspect of life. Embrace change and be open to adapting with a positive attitude. Embracing change can be difficult because it requires moving beyond your comfort zone and welcoming the unfamiliar. Change is a natural aspect of life, and embracing it can result in personal development and increased strength. Acknowledge and affirm your feelings regarding the change. It is common to experience feelings of anxiety, sadness, or uncertainty when going through changes. Allow yourself to feel these emotions. Recognize that change is an inherent and consistent aspect of life. Recognizing that things are temporary can help reduce the struggle against change. Consider change as a chance for personal development and fresh adventures. Looking at things from a different angle can help make change seem less overwhelming. Immerse yourself in positivity and optimism. Participate in activities that bring you happiness and nurture a positive outlook for what lies ahead. Remember to be kind and understanding towards yourself when facing changes. Be as compassionate to yourself as you would be to a friend. Embrace the change with a receptive attitude and a readiness to adjust. Being open to flexibility can help ease the transition. Embracing change requires patience, so give yourself time. It's completely normal to feel a range of emotions while adapting to changes. Believe in your capacity to manage change. You have successfully overcome changes in the past and possess the strength and resilience to face them once more. Buddhism acknowledges the fleeting nature of emotions and promotes embracing whatever comes up in the current moment. It's completely normal to feel a range of emotions when going through changes. Being aware of these feelings can make it easier to handle them. The Buddhist idea of equanimity highlights the significance of maintaining balance and flexibility when dealing with change. Being open to flexibility can make transitions easier and reduce stress. Buddhism emphasizes that every person has innate wisdom and strength. Believing in your ability to navigate change shows faith in your inner strength and potential for development. 18. Cultivate humility. In Buddhism, humility is seen as a core virtue that nurtures wisdom, compassion, and spiritual development. It's about acknowledging the boundaries of our knowledge and perception and facing life with an open and welcoming mindset. Embracing humility starts by recognizing our own flaws and boundaries. Even with our successes, we acknowledge that we are not perfect, and there is always space for development and education. Being aware of this helps us avoid developing arrogance and pride, enabling us to stay down to earth and modest in our dealings with others. Recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and phenomena is a key aspect of humility. We recognize that we are a small component of a complex and interconnected network of life, and that our decisions create ripples that extend throughout the universe. This acknowledgement encourages a deep sense of admiration and regard for all individuals, regardless of their standing or role. Developing humility includes being receptive to feedback and criticism from others. We embrace feedback with an open mind, seeing it as a chance to learn and develop rather than as a threat. Being humble also helps cultivate a feeling of thankfulness and recognition for the efforts of others. We acknowledge the support and influence of numerous beings throughout our journey, approaching life with humility and gratitude for the gifts we've been given. Moreover, humility requires releasing the ego's desire for validation and approval. We find fulfillment in living according to our values and principles, irrespective of external recognition or praise. Developing humility is a lifelong process filled with self-discovery, growth, and transformation. Approaching life with humility allows us to enhance our self-awareness and knowledge of the world, leading to increased wisdom, compassion, and inner peace. Remember, implementing these teachings into your life can lead to profound transformations and a deeper sense of fulfillment. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enlightening content. Until next time, may you be well, may you be happy, and may you find peace in your journey. Thanks for watching.